to say women's boxing, but there can be no denying that this represents another great night and shows how far the sport has truly come. In terms of quality, you'll be hard pushed to find a better style matchup. Natasha, after years of being on the wrong side of history, is finally getting her moment in the spotlight, and what a run she's on. Benchmark and boxer's first world champion, a former Olympian who takes part in her 5th straight world title contest. 2 of those she's won by near shutout, and the other 2 by stoppage. In Michaela Mayer, we welcome back a fighter who we've had a terrific working relationship with, despite the international culinary incidents that she's caused on social media over the last 48 hours, but we can forgive you for that. All jokes aside, we've seen firsthand how technically sound, how strong and how spiteful she can be. A very good ring IQ, terrific work rate, and only she will know how beneficial this extra weight will be. A battle of 2 great boxing minds, or 3 if you actually count, in the corner teams as well. Joe Gallagher on the side of Natasha Jonas, and Coach Al Mitchell and Coach Kay Corona in the other. 10 rounds or less will decide who will be walking away as IBF welterweight champion. There's plenty of discussion and analysis and build-up from both sides, and we look forward to getting our teeth into that on Sky Sports. For now, just a quick word with Ben Shalom before we get to the fighters. Behind the scenes, a lot of work on both sides of the Atlantic, but I'm sure I speak for the top rank as well, but from a boxer point of view, you must be delighted to get this one over the line.
Yeah, delighted. I mean, what a journey it's been with Natasha. I have to thank Top Rank for this as well, but this is our 5th world title fight together. She's broken so many records. I think when you sit down and you think what's left to achieve, a headline night in Liverpool against another icon of this era of women's boxing that's broken through. What Michaela Mayer has done with US boxing since 2017 is incredible as well. We've had her over before in her only defeat, the controversial defeat, so for her to come back and be Natasha's dance partner in her hometown, she deserves a lot of credit. We saw on the weekend Katie Taylor in Ireland and the atmosphere that was created there. It'll be the same in Liverpool on January the 20th, so yeah, delighted, very, very excited, and a huge fight for boxing.
Brilliant, I'll come back to you later for ticket updates, but let's start with the champion. Tasha, great to see you. Unless I got this wrong, I think that this is the first fight at home since Patricia Berghold back in September of 2022. How important was it for you to get this fight at home, to do it in front of Liverpool, where you've had to go to Manchester and do it, but to do it at home in Liverpool?
Yeah, Manchester's not too far away, and it's been good to me, as Ben said. We've won a lot of world titles, only one, it's been in Liverpool, but there's no place like home, and Liverpool's home to me, so yeah, she's going to come into the lines then. I respect her for that. But yeah, we're going to have a good night of boxing, which Liverpool's really cool.
Yeah, I think it will be a surprise if it doesn't sell out, and the majority of those fans are going to be there for you. What sort of atmosphere do you think that they will create?
Yeah, well, we've got a lot of Irish blood in Liverpool, so we know this similar to the one that happened at the weekend. And yeah, just a great occasion, and yeah, like I say, good fight, and the fans appreciate that, the Liverpool supporters will appreciate that.
Taking weight out of it, would you consider this your toughest test as your reign as world champion?
Yeah, most definitely. I went against Michaela Mayer, being the best name on the record so far. So yeah, like I say, I respect everything that she brings and everything that she comes with, and I'm preparing myself for the best.
We spend a lot of time asking fighters to talk about their opponent's weaknesses, but what are her strengths?
She's got a lot. I was part of the Sky Commentary team that in a fight against Van Butler, which I thought she would. So yeah, she's got a lot of strength. She's got a good job, good footwork, good IQ, and she's well skilled. You know, she's come up through the MC and then big ranks, and yeah, I just think everything that she can do, I can do better.
Let's bring her in now. You gave a great line on Sky Sports News yesterday. Welcome back, firstly. Thank you for coming over and breaking training camp. You said the fighters made the fight. I'll give loads of credit to Ben on the top rank, but actually you said behind the scenes, even if you didn't say too much to each other, that the two of you were pretty hell-bent on making this fight.
Yeah, I think it's a fight we both wanted, and it was pretty easy to make because we both wanted it, you know, and even when, and I'm sure she had to deal with the same thing, but even when George came back to me with the topics of negotiation, I said, yeah, want to have a Liverpool, yeah, just make the fight. You know, we both wanted it, and this is just proving what happens when you have two fighters who genuinely want to make the fight happen.
And you were happy to come to Liverpool with us, give her home advantage. She's by the trade up and down the UK, but it will be at home in the Lions Den. It will be a new experience for you.
Yeah, well, I already figured it'd be in the UK because she's a champion, so I'm realistic there. And so, I mean, what's the difference between Liverpool and the UK? I mean, it might be a little bit rougher to walk into that scene.
There's probably 9,000 houses that are the difference.
That kind of excites me, though. I think it will challenge me, and I need to rise to the occasion, pressure like that. So, I think it'll be fun. And also, you know, I think everything Natasha has accomplished, that she deserves a fight in her hometown of Liverpool. So I suspected that would be, you know, something that they asked for, and I have no problem giving it to them.
Another new experience will be Championship Weight 147. How have you found the move up in weight so far? I mean, one of the things that you keep saying is everybody keeps coming up to you and saying how well you look, which is a good thing. But how have you found, even at this point in training camp, what the biggest differences have been?
I think the biggest difference is just I'm enjoying training camp. Like, to me, before, training camp sucked. It was not fun. It was hard work. I was fine with the hard work because I'm a fighter and that's what I do, and I just assumed that I was in a hard training camp doing what every fighter does because I've been doing that for so long. But I almost forgot it doesn't have to be that hard. It's enjoyable. I forgot how much I love the sport because for a while I was just exhausted. And it was hard. It was hard to get through a 10-week training camp on a calorie deficit like that. So I'm having fun again. I think it's good, you know, in my mind. And I'm able to think more. My IQ has gone up because I'm not just, you know, tired surviving through the rounds, surviving through the weeks. I'm thinking and I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun. And I just feel like this year has been a big year of growth for me. It hasn't been my best year, my most exciting year, but I've taken a lot of steps to better my training and better my position and just better myself as a fighter and athlete, and I really do feel good at this weight, and I hope that comes through on the 20th. You know, this is my first fight at 147, my first camp feeling this full and healthy, but I hope that comes through.
You're very focused on building a legacy, and I've heard you talk about a plan that you've got in mind. Does that plan, is it more important now that this fight, you have to win it, and ultimately it is now the most important fight of your career, because presumably that plan is based on you winning it, losing is not an option?
Yeah, so these are the type of fights that I want to be a part of, right? And if I want to continue to make big fights like this, I need the leverage, and that belt's going to give me the leverage. So I have to win this fight if I want to continue and have the career that I've always dreamed of having.
How do you rate her as a fighter, how highly?
Hi, on paper, she's the best fighter I'll have faced. You know, she's the first Olympian I'll have faced, and just us both being in a handful of world title fights and being at the level that we are, there's only a handful of girls that really have a big name in this generation right now. We're two of them, and once again, we're putting ourselves on the line, the belt on the line, our eyes on the line, and just everything, because this sport is so unforgiving. One loss set you back, so I can't afford to have another setback. And she's a tough fighter, definitely top-rated, and someone that I have to get through and believe that I can.
In terms of punch power on paper, you have got the high knockout percentage. Do you believe that you hit hard enough to get to Michaela, to potentially stop Michaela? How confident are you in your own punch power?
Actually, I trained for 10 rounds, and I said 12.
Trained for 10?
No, I did train for 12, I do 10. But I train to complete all the fights, and if I get them, I'll do everything. That's just a bonus. I know I've got punch power, but I don't rely on that. You know, anyone can beat anyone in the right place at the right time, and they can move on and get back up. So I don't just rely on them. There's a lot more skills than just that.
With that in mind, do you believe that she can hurt you? There's that quote, I'm sure where it originated, that she can't hurt you. Sorry, that you can't be hurt by her.
I don't know, everyone can be like I said, but I do think it takes a little bit of time to adapt to, you know, carrying the extra weight around and being hit by heavier people, because, you know, you're still fighting people that are a lot later, and when you get up and, you know, I managed to take care, and I realised how physical difference I was, so I think she will be surprised.
Would this actually, would you concede this is the best way for you? This is the most natural way for you, 147?
147, 140, probably the most natural.
She was a very good amateur herself. If it's a boxing match, forgetting what I said earlier about punch power, you believe that you have better boxing fundamentals than Michaela?
I do, yeah. I just think whatever she can bring, I can do better, and that's the big one.
Presumably you disagree with that?
No offense, I'm just having a really hard time understanding her, what she's saying. But I think that she said she is better boxer. Yeah. Well, I mean, she should think that, right? We all think that. That's why we're here. That's why we're putting our record on the line, putting everything on the line to go up against each other when we could have done something else, done something easier. So I hope she feels that way. I obviously feel the same way. So that's going to put on an even greater fight for the fans.
One of the things we don't know is about your punch power. Presumably punch resistance is better at 147. What about punch power? Do you believe, even though we've said that on paper she's got the more knockouts, do you believe that coming up to 147 that actually you could match that perhaps we're looking past the fact that you might have very good punch power at 147?
Yeah, I wouldn't look past me because I've been doing everything that I can this past year. I've slowly moved up. I took a couple fights, 135 and 142 to prepare myself for 147 because I know it's not just about gaining weight. You have to gain proper weight. I want to be strong enough to hang with the bigger girls. But I mean, it's no secret that I'm big. I'm huge. I'm huge. I was huge for a 130 pounder, so I'm going to fit into the 147. Realm of girls just fine. I'm still going to be bigger than those. I still tower over Natasha, but I've been working on making sure I take that strength in there too. So that's the last piece of my puzzle, right? I have the work rate. I have a high punch count. You're not going to bully me. I'll bully you right back. And I have the speed, and I have the height, and I have the range. So my goal is sitting on my punches and putting it all together.
If you put it all together, I'm quoting verbatim now, but what Tasha said was that anybody, if they get hit in the right place, can go. Anybody can be knocked out. If you hit her in the right place, do you believe you could knock her out?
Yeah, of course. Punch placement, I have the technique and just, relaxing and trusting the process. I think one of the things that I've really been working on is just seeing things more, picking my shots, and not just fighting and getting through it. And now that I can, I feel good and I have that strength, I see my IQ growing. I see myself setting stuff up more. It's one of the reasons I wanted 3-minute rounds for this fight, because my IQ level has grown and I want to make it, more of a technical boxing fight and more strategy. I want time to play out that strategy that I know I can do, that I think elite boxers show in a 12-round fight or a 3-minute fight. And 10 rounds it's almost outgrowing the 10 2-minute rounds. And so I did ask for 3-minute rounds for this fight, but it takes two to agree with that, and it doesn't seem like Natasha or Ricky wanted to take that action.
Did you want to have a comment on that? I mean, probably a wider discussion for another.
I didn't know. Sorry.
I was hoping you could say that. Actually, I was hoping you could say that because now there's still plenty of time.
Look, I think there's a huge debate around 2 minutes, 3-minute rounds. I think Tasha's boxed at 2 minutes for the past all the world title fights. For me, it's the most exciting format at the moment. I think the reason we've seen such a rise, I mean, look at here today. To think 2 years ago, I think we headlined Savannah Marshall, we struggled. There's so many eyebrows raised to be here 2 years on and to have this level of interest in women's boxing and to be able to open a year like next year with a fight like this is incredible. And I think a lot of that is down to the entertainment that women's boxing is providing right now. I think it's on a phenomenal trajectory, and I think a lot of it comes down to the explosiveness of the rounds, and I think that's something that we want in Liverpool in January.
So it was you then?
I think it was me, yeah. I think, to be honest, there's still, how many fights have been at 3-minute rounds? Is it just
2 or 3, yeah, but...
Yeah, Nicola Roddick. Listen, if Tasha was insistent and wanted to do 3-minute rounds, we'd be open to it, but we want the best bet.
I promise you that give us 3-minute rounds and you'll still get that weight rate, you'll still get that pace. The important thing is topic right now, and this is the generation of women that can make that transition. Girls like me and Tasha, we're already coming together to make this fight happen at our level, and if we don't do it, we can't expect any change. We are the ones that have to do it. We are the ones that have to set that example.
Natasha?
I never said no. I didn't. It wasn't ever put on the table, so I never said no.
Look at this like negotiation.
Watch this space.
We should have just came to you with a piece of paper, wrote down everything we wanted, everything that I wanted, and we could have done it ourselves.
Yeah. Well, George?
I think you need to speak to Joe about it.
Probably something we're not going to agree on right now, but interesting discussion nonetheless. Ben, might I ask you a question? What do you think happens next for the winner and what for the loser? I know you represent Michaela, but in terms of the jeopardy of this fight, what for the winner, what for the loser?
It is a huge fight. I think for Natasha, it's, as she said, it's her biggest name. This is a legacy fight. And Michaela, she has to win as well. The huge names, obviously, Chantal Farmer and Katie Taylor at the weekend. We'll see what happens there. Lauren Price is looking at this fight with interest as well. But this is, I feel, a must-win for both of them. I really do. I think Michaela had such a controversial loss. She's now coming up to welterweight, deserves a lot of credit. But Natasha has decided she wants the big names. You know, she could have chosen anyone. This is a voluntary defence. To go out there and choose an icon, really, a name like Michaela Mayer, shows what she wants to achieve now and shows what she wants from the sport. So there's a lot on the line, and yeah, I believe it's a must win, and there's some big names for both of them after it.
Presumably you'll be giving ticket updates from your guys, but you're expecting it to near enough sell out, if not sell out.
Yeah, expecting it to sell out every time, whether in Manchester or Liverpool. Natasha's ticket selling ability is incredible. People have been crying out from Liverpool for her to have a homecoming. A special fight like this will sell out, and another amazing night for women's boxing. It's a special moment for Natasha. I think we were scrambling around when she first signed to find one world title. She's done 4 back-to-back. She now fights in a 5th world title. This is the fight that I think fans are looking forward to. This is the one that will really test her. And yeah, expect to sell out in Liverpool on January the 20th.
I'll give a final word to the fighters. Natasha, you're probably sick of hearing this sort of thing, but there was a time where we thought that we would lose you. We were probably getting as an analyst, and you would say out of sport without winning a world title, just someone that was commended for being really close and not quite getting your moment, you know, on stage, getting flowers, I think is the phrase that Joe Gallagher likes to use. But now you've got a whole bunch of flowers, and to top a fight like this, top a bill like this, in an era like this, with all eyes on you, it must be very, very, I want to use the right word, rewarding to stay the course.
No, definitely rewarding. I think, you know, there's very few fights that the fans are happy with, promoters are happy with, the platforms are happy with, and the fighters are happy with. It's very hard to satisfy everyone, and this fight does that. And to do it, like I say, in Liverpool, in front of me, I think it's something I deserve, and I'm something rather than in doing.
And you're confident and still what you'll be hearing.
And still.
Michaela, have you got a final message before you go? Presumably the words you're looking to hear and confident that you'll hear Alan.
Yeah, I mean, I have every intention of going to the 20th and coming out with that belt around my waist. Like, to me, there's no other option. So just know that we're both going to be laying on the line in that ring, all 10 rounds. And we'll just go in, it's going to be exciting. So get your tickets and sell it out.
Yeah, I couldn't put it better myself. We're going to break down for one-on-ones and head-to-heads, but all the ingredients for